Alright. What's really going on? Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Today, I'm taking a look at XRP, Ripple, against US dollar Tether on the Binance chart. We're going to be taking a look at the technical aspects of price action moving forward. We're going to be assessing some key levels, some short and midterm kind of forecasts for XRP moving forward, where I think XRP will be in the kind of near future here. Jumping right into it, assessing the most recent price action here. We have interaction again along with this trend line. Drew back from the middle of March in 2020. We interacted with it kind of nicely through accumulation all the way through the 22 to 31 cent kind of range we accumulated in, finally breaking 25 cents that we couldn't for kind of a few weeks. We finally broke aggressively, rallied like 200% roughly from the 25 cent kind of breakout there. A little over 200% in 2 weeks, skyrocketing all the way up to 77 cents. We got hard rejected off, trade within 46 cents and kind of 60, sort of 2 cents, 63 cents. After getting rejected off of the 70-cent swing high, we traded within that kind of almost 20-cent range for about a month. Realistically, but after getting rejected off of 62 cents and plummeting all the way through the 25-cent resistance and support line there, swinging all the way down to 17 cents, and then trading within kind of 17 cent, sort of like 20 cent, more likely kind of 20 cents to sort of 30 to kind of 33 cents, a sort of 10-15 cent range for over a month. Like a month and a week, kind of roughly. After bouncing off of the 25 cent support line yet again, a significant level that we interacted with for several weeks prior to the massive pump and dump. Hard bouncing off of it, rallying another roughly 200%, I believe. Yeah, pretty much 200% in 5 days. So in like pretty much less than a week. After getting rejected off of that lower high, swing high, we traded above 34 cents and under kind of 64 cents, almost pretty much the 30-cent range for a solid 2 months now. So we've been accumulating quite nicely in a bullish kind of manner along this trend line in this very tight kind of range here. The longer we hold 55 cents and stay in the kind of 50-cent sort of range here, the more bullish, more short-term bullish, I believe. More interaction with this trend line is a lot more short-term bullish, in my opinion, as well. We were experiencing some pretty aggressive resistance at the kind of 6 cent to 60 kind of 5 cents kind of range there. There seems to be some significant kind of sell pressure as we approach the 62 cent resistance line that I have drawn there. Another interaction with this trend line, I believe, to be short-term bullish, and would be all right if we were to dip back into the low 50 cent kind of range there to kind of find support along this trend line again before we can kind of further the uptrend and finally break out of this crazy almost 60 cent kind of range that we've been trapped in here. Realistically, yeah, almost just about a 60 cent kind of range, 57, 60 cents, yeah. So we've been trapped in here for quite some time now, a good probably like 4 months or so-ish, kind of within this huge kind of range. And so the longer we consolidate and accumulate along higher support levels and key levels, the more bullish I believe the breakout to be. And we could easily see interaction at the 80 cent to $1 range very quickly. Turning on EngineeringRobo, we see new perspective come into play. We have the buy 4 during the consolidation around 25 cents back in October of 2020. Super buy moon to confirm the breakout. Buy 3 comes into play as we rally all the way up to 77 cents there. The sell 3, sell 4 hell returns as the big dip was pending. Big sell off all the way past 25 cents back to 17 cents there. We consolidated for the month and a bit. Buy 4 moon to return. People got bullish on XRP again. and we started to rally upward. Sell 4 returned as we reaccumulated in a sort of like bearish faction along resistance there, creating consecutive higher lows, so still bullish. We are making kind of lower highs at the moment relative to these swing highs, so kind of continuing the sideways. Buy 4 has returned during a pretty significant sort of sell off there as we get rejected from 55 cents to 50 to 60 cents. We broke all the way back down to 45 cents. We were then quickly bought back up, back into this range above that trend line from 2020. And so now I believe we are still going to be kind of trading sort of within it. This does seem like a range we want to kind of solidify before breaking upward, but with the volatile nature that is XRP, we could easily see candles such as this, a good suddenly 80% in a day in kind of either direction. We have an 80% green candle. Over here we have a negative 52% red candle. So loss could happen with XRP very, very quickly. There's plenty of people waiting for this breakout. We've been consolidating in this aggressive range for quite some time now, and a breakout is pending. An upward breakout is to be expected, and I believe many people will be trading the upward breakout of, I believe, probably 62 cents, I believe, is the last significant resistance before we can start moving kind of freely and make some sort of more aggressive moves within the day. Now, if we consider XRP against Bitcoin on the Binance chart, in a previous video, I determined the sort of 890 Satoshi level all the way to the 830 Satoshi level to be significant support that we needed to hold to become more short-term bullish, and so far we are holding this as support as we stay above this range here. The more candles we have closing above, the more bullish we can be. There seems to be some significant sell pressure above kind of realistically the 1200 Satoshi level to the 1300 all the way up to the 1500. That's a significant kind of range there that we see some very high sell pressure, and we could easily see a rejection off of that range kind of before we continue. So interaction with the 17 Satoshi level will be kind of imminent. I do not think we'll be able to just fly right through it. Once we've kind of broken it and confirmed it as support, we will then be able to gain against Bitcoin. Turning on EngineeringRobo, we have the buy 4 moon as we break upward here. An additional buy signal we have present, I believe, is the buy 2 as well. So we have lots of buy signals supporting the upward kind of breakout here of resistance and these two converging trend lines here, converging descending trend lines. As we've broken out, we have the buy 2, buy 4, and moon signal. If we hold support here, I believe this is very, very short-term bullish, and we could easily gain against Bitcoin very soon here. March is about to come to an end in the next set of hours, and April is set to be kind of very bullish for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole. We could see some very, very volatile gains in the upcoming couple weeks here. So XRP against Bitcoin is looking bullish at the moment. Like in these buy signals in this range, we are along support. Perfect time to be accumulating. Well below the all-time highs relative to Bitcoin kind of levels. This is the Binance chart, so it only goes back so far, but there's plenty of price action above these levels here. So we've got plenty of more room ahead. Going back to XRP against USDT, some Fibonacci levels to consider are going to be right around the 62 cent, 64 cent as resistance right there. I believe that to be a significant range that we will interact with. Probably see yet another rejection off of before we can continue kind of upward. I suspect perhaps one last rejection off of it, break upward, come down, retest it as support, and then we can finally take off. That would be a more kind of natural uptrend breakout. But with the volatility of XRP, we could easily skyrocket straight up through the significant resistance and close and interact with the dollar range very, very soon, and much more abruptly than anticipated. We consider the fear and FOMO zones. We are still well away from the FOMO zone over there by kind of like $1.50 ish kind of range. Looking at the $1.47. So $1.50 would be the round kind of psychological level, I believe, will be when the real FOMO kicks in for XRP and people start buying tops, and they really start thinking XRP is going to the moon. But I'd be careful buying in that range, as that is also when traders will be taking profit. Traders that are accumulating in these lower levels here within the fear zone, along 25 cents, the sub 20 cents, and below 30 cents was kind of the opportune time to be accumulating. So there will be plenty of traders taking profit eventually once we get to that range. If you were to purchase XRP as, say, the 25 cent support level there within the fear zone, to now, you are currently up 130% within a couple months if you bought the most recent dip into the fear zone. If you're holding to the FOMO zone, you can expect almost a 500% return once we interact with the FOMO zone, whenever that occurs, which, based on the looks of things, is going to be much sooner than later. I mean, if the SEC doesn't, come out of nowhere with some sort of weird lawsuit and accusations that fundamentally cause XRP to dump. But on the technical aspect, a breakout upward is pending, and fundamentally XRP has plenty of long term, and there is quite the community supporting XRP and holding XRP at the moment. I believe $1 to be pretty significant. I suspect perhaps a strong rejection off of the kind of $1 level there. We're probably going to get up to like 90 cents, $1. We're going to interact with that sort of 10-cent range there. And before we can kind of continue, I believe $1 to be a pretty key psychological level where we will find some pretty significant resistance at. If only for momentarily, we could just blast right through it, solidify it as support, and take off to the multi-dollar range, all the way to perhaps the $10 range in XRP's lifetime in the upcoming kind of months here. Now, short term, I am quite bullish on XRP still. I'm liking the way we're consolidating. I believe we are green on EngineeringRobo's cloud. If we just check that quickly, yeah, EngineeringRobo's cloud has performed green, so that is an uptrend forming. We are still supported by the moon signal back in January of 2021, February-ish this year. Sell 3 still present. The buy 3, I believe, will come in kind of around the 60-cent kind of range there. I believe once we're able to kind of close above that and solidify it, the buy 3 should return, and we can easily interact with the dollar, multi-dollar levels there for XRP. So look out, get ready for the breakout. We're definitely heading to the FOMO zone in the very near future here, in my opinion. Of course, momentum could change at any moment. That's why we watch out for EngineeringRobo's buy and sell signals. Thank you for tuning into my analysis. Try EngineeringRobo free, link in the description, and tune in to the next one.